The last thing Sophie heard was her own name, whispered by the walls that buried her. Sophie Caldwell thought she'd found the perfect place. A charming two-story Victorian home tucked at the edge of Hollow Creek, a quiet town where time seemed to slow down. The house was a dream. Original wood floors, stained glass windows, and just enough creak in the stairs to feel nostalgic. She moved in during the fall. The leaves were golden. The air crisp. Everything felt right. Until the first night. Lying in bed, Sophie heard it, soft, almost like a breeze sliding beneath the door. A whisper. She sat up, heart thudding. Probably the wind. An old house like this? Drafty. But the whisper wasn't random. It was her name. Sophie. She froze. The next night, it came again. Sophie. From the hallway. From behind the walls. From the very bones of the house. She searched every vent. Every pipe. No radios. No hidden speakers. Nothing. And yet, the voices grew bolder. More distinct. They didn't just say her name now. They told her things. Where to find lost earrings. Where she left her keys. Downstairs. Behind the cushion. Left of the drawer. They were always right. Always helpful. Until they weren't. One night, around 3 a.m., Sophie sat up in bed, heart racing. The voices were no longer whispers. They were pleading. Come down, come down, come down. The basement door creaked open on its own. She should have run. Should have left the house that instant. But Sophie felt drawn, like the voice wasn't just calling to her, but from her. She lit a candle, its glow flickering in the hallway. The house was dead silent now. Only the faint moan of old wood beneath her feet. She stepped down into the basement. The candle dimmed. The air changed. Heavier. Thicker. Like the walls themselves were breathing. Then. We remember. The whisper turned into a scream. 100 voices all at once. Male. Female. Children. Crying. Laughing. Begging. The door above slammed shut. Sophie spun around, racing up the steps, pounding, yelling. But the door wouldn't budge. She turned. The candle extinguished itself. And in the dark, the walls began to move. Scratching from inside. Bulging. Whispers turning to wails. Sophie screamed. But the house only whispered louder. The next morning, the mailman noticed the front door wide open. He called the police. They found Sophie in the basement, curled in the far corner. Alive, but barely. Her hands bleeding from clawing at the concrete. Her face, twisted in a silent scream. Eyes wide open. Unblinking. She never spoke again. The walls were silent. Authorities ruled it a breakdown. Claustrophobia. Paranoia. But workers sent to renovate the basement refused to finish the job. They claimed they heard voices, felt tapping behind the brick, like something, or someone, was still alive inside. One man knocked once on the far wall, just for fun. He swears it knocked back. Now the house sits empty. For sale. Cheap. But don't be fooled. Because if you stay long enough, the walls will learn your name too. And once they do, they never forget. Old houses don't creak. They whisper. And sometimes, they scream.